What if everything we thought we knew about this story was wrong? What if the breakup that shocked fans across Europe and Turkey was not just a simple ending, but the beginning of something far bigger, far more emotional, and far more explosive? And the real question everyone avoids asking is this: why did Yaman step away from Sara Bluma at the exact moment old emotions seemed to resurface? Tonight on Magazine News and Gossip, we dive into the storm at the center of this love triangle and uncover the hidden cracks, the unspoken truths, and the undeniable connections that refuse to disappear. Welcome back, dear viewers. If you are new to Magazine News and Gossip, make sure to subscribe for daily updates, breaking developments, and the most intense behind-the-scenes stories from the world of celebrity gossip. Now take a deep breath, because what you're about to hear is not just another rumor. This is the story that has dominated every headline, every comment section, and every conversation among fans for weeks. The chaos surrounding the emotional triangle between Yaman, Sara Bluma, and Demet Özdemir continues to escalate with every passing hour. Sources from both Turkey and Europe confirm that the situation has reached a point where almost no detail can be ignored anymore. Because while the breakup itself was dramatic, the emotional aftershocks appear even more intense and far-reaching. For months, the relationship between Yaman and social media personality Sara Bluma appeared perfect on the outside, but was quietly collapsing on the inside. The glamorous photos, the public smiles, and the carefully constructed image masked a series of disagreements, emotional confrontations, and personality clashes that slowly pulled them apart. The final separation did not happen overnight. It came after a chain of incidents that neither of them could control anymore. Insiders claim that the true breaking point began long before the public realized something was wrong. Sara's increasingly emotional social media posts, Jan's overwhelming work schedule, and the cultural differences between them created small fractures that eventually turned into deep wounds. Friends close to the couple say that Sara's jealousy had become a constant presence, especially during the final months. Her sensitivity toward Jan's female colleagues and industry friends reportedly caused tension that neither could fully overcome. The turning point, however, came during the couple's infamous trip to Rome. Upon returning from what should have been a peaceful escape, Sara posted several messages filled with hidden meanings and emotional instability. Fans were confused. Critics were suspicious. And insiders whispered that something major had taken place during that trip. According to multiple sources, the conflict began when Sara unexpectedly discovered a short message on Jan's phone from an old acquaintance. That acquaintance, many claim, was none other than Demet Özdemir, a name that has followed Jan for years. A woman who had once shared a deep connection with him, not just professionally but also emotionally during their time in the hit series that first brought them worldwide fame. Although this claim has never been officially confirmed, Sara's alleged reaction was described as intense, emotional, and filled with fear that history might repeat itself. Witnesses say the argument between Sara and Jan after the return from Rome was explosive. The emotional storm that followed only deepened the cracks that were already present in their relationship. After this incident, Sara shared several posts filled with indirect references and hidden implications, leading the gossip world to focus entirely on the possibility of a rekindled emotional bond between Jan and Demet. Suddenly, every old photo, every old interview, every nostalgic moment between the two resurfaced online. When Yaman and Sara Bluma finally parted ways, their silence spoke louder than any announcement. They unfollowed each other. They deleted photos. Their energy disappeared from the public eye. Sara's melancholic posts, Jan's distant behavior, and the lack of any official explanation confirmed what everyone already suspected. The breakup was real, and it was final. But the moment this separation became public, something interesting happened. All eyes shifted directly to Demet Özdemir. Because for years, fans believed that there were unresolved emotions between Can and Demet. Feelings that had never truly disappeared, only been buried by time and circumstance. During the shooting of their hit series, their chemistry had been undeniable. Many believed it continued behind the scenes even after the cameras stopped rolling. So now the big question rises again. Was Demet really part of the breakup, directly or indirectly? Or did the situation simply revive emotions Sara could no longer handle? Demet, as always, chose silence. She made no public comment, avoided interviews, and refused to add fuel to the fire. But people close to her say she was taken by surprise when she heard the news. One source claims Demet had long accepted that her chapter with Can had closed and had focused on her career and personal growth. Yet being suddenly pulled back into the center of a media storm left her in a state of confusion. Even more shocking was the alleged private statement Can shared with a group of close friends shortly after the breakup. According to those who claimed to have heard it, Can said he had been emotionally exhausted for months, that the constant conflicts with Sara were damaging both his peace and his career, and that continuing the relationship would hurt both of them. One particular line spread rapidly in the entertainment world. If this relationship continued like this, both my career and hers would suffer. At some point, it had to end. This statement created a massive wave of speculation, with many interpreting it as confirmation that Can had made the final decision to end things. But here is where the story becomes even more intriguing. Some insiders claim that after the breakup, Can spoke admiringly about Demet, praising her recent achievements, her maturity, and the calm energy she carries. Others say Demet, while respectful, has no intention of reopening old doors. According to her close circle, Demet has grown, transformed, and reached a point where she protects her heart more than ever before. Yet the digital world had its own interpretation. Many fans pointed out that Can's recent posts contained keywords like return, nostalgia, and new beginning. These phrases were enough to convince some that Can was in a period of reflection, perhaps reconsidering the emotional chapters of his past. The question remains: will Can and Demet cross paths again, not just as colleagues, but as two hearts that once shared something deeper? Will the end of the relationship with Sara reopen a story that fans never stopped believing in? Or will both choose new paths, far from the emotions of the past? As always in the world of celebrity gossip, nothing is impossible. And this is exactly why this story continues to dominate headlines day after day. Because this is not just a breakup. It is a collision of unresolved histories, suppressed emotions, and unexpected revelations. You have reached the end of this episode on magazine news and gossip. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to follow every twist of the story, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and stay tuned for the next episode. Until then, take care and see you soon.